I feel like with people that are in gangs, you should be able to give yourself a chance in life, because life is short and you can look up. And that's one thing I told myself. I just don't want to have no regrets knowing that I didn't give myself a chance, you know. And if something was to go left or right, at least I could say I tried, you
Absolutely.
know. So I feel like every other person that's dealing with those situations, give yourself a chance.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Can you believe it? I'm still here. That's right, on this rooftop, living in the tent for 100 days, from November the 20th to February 28th, bringing attention and awareness to the violence in Chicago, but most of all, trying to build a community center and raise enough funds to have it built on this block that they call O Block. It's called O Block, named after a young man named O.D. Perry who was shot and killed. The gangs picked up his name and started calling it O Block. We decided to keep the O because we like the O, but we're gonna call it Opportunity Block. And today on Rooftop Revelations, I'm so excited to have one of our poster children, one of our models for what we're trying to do with brothers from our community. I have Devin Howard here today to talk about his accomplishments, his success, his struggles. I'm thankful for you being here, man.
Thank you.
Listen, when it comes to our construction and trades, we tell everybody the example that we want you to follow is Devin Howard.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Man.
absolutely, absolutely. Can you just tell people for a moment a little bit about yourself, your background?
Okay. Hi, you guys. My name is Devin Howard. So I started out, attended Murray Language Academy in the Hyde Park area, lived out on 83rd and Damon for a little while. Then I ended up moving to 84th and Paxton. Ended up going to Urban Prep Inglewood, played a little bit of high school football once I graduated 2017. Had a great GPA, 3.8 GPA. Made the last minute choice to go to college, attended Eastern Illinois, and I was playing football out there and taking up nursing as a major, and I came to realization I didn't like nursing. And while I was there, I started realizing like certain things that just wasn't falling in line with myself, and I was just feeling more so I wasn't comfortable going to school. It wasn't thinking as I wasn't good at school, but it was more so as I wasn't feeling like it was for me, myself. So I started picking up books, reading different books here and there on financial literacy. And first book I picked up was Rich Dad, Poor Dad and John C. Maxwell's 7 Laws of Leadership. After that, I decided, you know what, it's time to give school a quit. Dropped out, and I decided to go sign up for the Navy. Sitting there on the teeter-totter for a little minute, contemplating if I wanted to go to the Navy, and I came to like my shipping date, and when my shipping date came, I backed out. I backed out, you know, so I started thinking about looking up, I was starting investigating warships and different things going on, and you know what, I started picking up hands-on things such as real estate and carpentry and painting. I started falling in love with those things. One, my mom been in real estate for a minute, and you know, I somewhat leaned on her, and I watched her, and I started thinking, you know, how can I provide generational wealth for my family and for myself? And I was like, you know, I'm gonna take on real estate and some type of hands-on that I could provide a trade. I'm sitting around for a little minute. I received a real estate license. My mom called me. She told me about the carpentry program. I somewhat thought about it. I said, I'm gonna think about it. Next thing you know, she's like, you know, you're not doing anything right now. The real estate hasn't really picked up yet. Let's take it on. And she was right. You know, time is your biggest commodity. I'm just sitting around wasting time. Joined the program, and man, it was a big change, you know. I met a lot of new faces and people from different backgrounds, and it helped me realize that not all of us had the same circumstances,
Absolutely.
you know, and to appreciate what we have. And I'll be honest with you, I built like a family and a friendship with some of those students, and I still talk to them till this day, you know, check in on some of them here and there on Facebook, and I stay in contact. But while I was in the program, I met a gentleman by the name of Bill, and as you know, Bill he works for Reed Construction. He's the CEO of Reed Construction. He provided me a business card that day, and that day, it was a year from later, COVID came around, I left. And I just said, forget it. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm probably not going to stick with it. A year later, Bill reached out to me, offering me a position with the company as a project engineer. So from that point on, it's been great opportunities.
Right. So here you are, growing up in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
going to school, figuring out, hey, that's maybe not what I want to do.
Right.
And you tried real estate, but you ended up in our construction class.
Okay.
You were the top student in our construction class. You did everything that we needed you to do. You went through all the trainings, got the certifications,
Absolutely.
and you ended up at a major construction company.
Absolutely.
Being a project manager.
Yeah, that's different.
So tell us about that. What does your job entail now?
So I manage project sites.
Okay.
I go to different projects. I'm dealing with some in Deerfield. We're currently dealing with the project on 83rd and Cottage, the Discover project. I more so manage and make sure everything is in line as far as from material, submittals, to making sure the schedule is on point, providing weekly reports to the client. So it's basically the tail that's keeping the project managers up to date, making sure everything fall in line. So it's more so in office, it's not in the field,
right.
But you're still on that project from start to finish. So you have to be detailed, knowing what every subcontractor is at and what's the status of every project. Right.
So you know the community, you know our construction program. How beneficial do you think it would be for a lot of the guys who are in gangs, who have lost their way, maybe some have come home from jail? How beneficial do you think it would be for them to be in a trades program like the one we offer at Project H.O.O.D?
It would be great. It would be definitely beneficial. It will expand many horizons. A lot of, I know for myself, personal friends haven't left at least the 4 blocks going east, west, north, and south. You know, some never seen downtown, and when I can see some of their reactions when I expose them to some of the things that I've done already, and it's not like nothing major to me, but when I see their expression, it gives me a happy feeling inside, because it's like, you know I've experienced this before, but seeing you for the first time and this is what it feels like, man, I wish I could do this for the next person over and over and over again, you know? So I feel like people that are in gangs, you should be able to give yourself a chance in life, because life is short and you can look up, and that's one thing I told myself. I just don't want to have no regrets knowing that I didn't give myself a chance, you know, and if something was to go left or right, at least I could say I tried, you know. So I feel like every other person that's dealing with those situations, give yourself a chance.
Absolutely. Well, man, I want to tell you, we appreciate you. We appreciate your journey, your success, and we want you to continue to strive and go higher and higher, continue to be an example for Project H.O.O.D and all that we're trying to accomplish. And thank you for coming to Rooftop Revelations and being out here in this cold weather in Chicago. It's real cold. So listen, it's been a blessing. And I want to thank all of you. Thanks to Fox for giving us this opportunity to give you Rooftop Revelations every single day. And as I always say, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.